Center for Contemporary Arts and Research wants to explore the creative economy in Kashmir, knowledge-based creative economy in Kashmir. And we want to know how we can promote creative and cultural entrepreneurship. So the motive was, in that context, we did a research in a post-flood situation, wherein hundreds of crores are going to be spent on, the redevelopment and rehabilitation work in, availing services, whether it's regarding, interior design or anything. People are going to be rebuilding their homes, offices, showrooms. But unfortunately, a lot of this work gets outsourced, to service providers who are based outside Kashmir. And to strengthen the economy here, we thought of this design summit to make it a business networking event. One, so that the industry players meet amongst themselves and form a strong industry network. That helps in boosting the confidence index. Secondly, making it a buyer-seller meet, so that people come in and they see that there is exceptional work being done here in Kashmir by entrepreneurs in Kashmir, and they don't need to go outside, because that also results for a cost hike for them. They can get those services right here, maybe better work, and that was the whole point, just bridging the gap, bringing everybody in one place, and that was the motive for this. Important for the economy of Kashmir in general, and we are very dependent on things related to tourism and stuff. But how do we, explore this knowledge-based economy? And this is very important, with summits like these. It's building business, it's looking at a different kind of an economy, and the value propositions are worth hundreds of crores. So why not explore that? That's the question. It's beneficial for the buyer, it's beneficial for the seller, for the service provider or the product designer, and then it affects everybody. It affects me as the organizer, it affects the taxiwala outside, the restaurant guy, it affects, people doing business. And once you have a strong economy with, development in infrastructure and expertise, that will automatically also support the tourism industry. This is very important, and we must take such initiatives very seriously. And that is the goal. We are working towards that. The first summit was a bit experimental. It was a new concept to get people here to exhibit their services. There was no fee. We made it free for the first exhibitors. But then that is the way forward. There was a lot of promotion involved in terms of marketing the event, getting the right people here. And slowly it grows. You always have to begin somewhere. That is very important. As the CEO of Gallerie One, my job is to firstly discover, these young entrepreneurs and bridge the gap between the artist community and the rest of the industry. I personally met, people doing fantastic work, whether they are in interior design or, I have always wanted to, meet somebody who can do professional visual graphics work for my own gallery. And I discovered these people. The exchange of knowledge, the exchange of information has been fantastic. And, if the summit is successful, that is my job. My job is to ensure that that people come together and that exchange takes place, that dialogue takes place, and that is where the success lies. So for me personally, it has been wonderful meeting so many dynamic young people doing absolutely wonderful work. It's very inspiring for me as well, because even my role is somehow managing a startup. It's quite entrepreneurial. And learning from these people, I think that is amazing, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. And in terms of trying to bring more people here, obviously there is the standard practice of getting out advertisements, promotions and stuff. We're doing that. But at the same time, how do we involve the media community? So for me, I think that every single stall here is an amazing story that everybody should know. And we're talking to these journalists, writers, and they see it as well. Every single individual here is a story in himself or herself, and we need to tell these stories. The world should know about these stories, and it's absolutely wonderful.
Yes, it is really. Yeah, why? Just because first I was in a room, in a very small room. I had my tailor there. I was in Lal Chowk first, in a building. And once I progressed, I had a very good client base. I shifted to Sara City Mall with a good, well-off, well-designed showroom. Yes. And productive as in ki, it's not always about money. It's about how you go with it, how good you make a client base. Are your clients happy with what you give them, what you sell to them? That's how, when there is happiness in your work, it really makes you feel nice actually. Even if you earn only 100 rupees from a customer, but the customer is like, he's appreciating your work, he's appreciating your products. This is how you come to know ki yes, you are going in a upline, And business is somewhere where you will find downlines, uplines. It's all about risk. Yeah. It was all my interest. Then I shared my this idea with my sister, with my family, and that's how it went. Yes. I have many of my friends who are very much, very much impressed by me. And doing this at a very early age, that is a plus point I'm getting these days. Just because I can work for a long time.
Like I have recently started my business, so basically I was into construction before, so now I have started, like I was into this suits and all. So well, as of now I think like because of these floods and all, this all thing is like ruined up. So a lot of problems are there, so the business is not doing that well, what I was expecting.
Established your work, did you have public interest in it?
Well, to be very honest, it was first of all my own interest, and of course public interest was there.
What really impressed the youth of Kashmir to do the same?
Well, it's nothing to be an inspiration. Well, I'll tell you what I have started. This is nothing like I cannot give an inspiration to somebody. This was like I have been doing this, so that's why I'm doing it. It's nothing, what I want to personally do is something like innovative and all. You can't call it an innovative thing. Yeah, that's a self-interest, to be very honest.
It's based on both. Like for me, like I wanted to do business from the very beginning. Since my childhood. So I'm doing it for my interest also and for public interest also, in a way that for public interest I just sell things, manufacture things, buy things, different things. I am into different fields. I go into marketing, I just sell things, I just buy things, I make things, manufacture things, design things. So everybody's interest is connected to me. People get me raw material, that is a plain cloth which is of any of the colors. I give it a design designed by me myself. I make it little different. Fine. I make it different that way. So it makes a difference, obviously. Obviously, like I am into my business since May 2014. अभी तो मेरा एक साल भी complete नहीं हुआ. I have not completed the gap of 1 year even, but I feel Alhamdulillah I'm doing good, very good in it.
When you studied, how you got this being impressed or someone else is impressed from your work?
I am impressed myself because I am not employed under anybody. I'm not employed under anybody. I'm just self-employed. I'm my own boss. In a way, I'm impressed by myself. And for others, I do different things for them. I design things for them. I make different things for them. So I impress them by that. Fine. All of my batchmates who just, studied with me from the very beginning, they are still in search of jobs, in search of, in short, to get an employment. They are in search of it. But I individually just started my own venture. With starting my own venture, I just gave employment to many more people. So in that way, I feel that it makes a difference.
Cut and Paste, I think, is doing a very distinctive work. It's world class. They have the right expertise, they have the right technology, they understand the subject well, and they have been doing some really different stuff. And it's great. I mean, getting to know whatever the services they offer, and getting to know the team, very professional team, do the job. Wonderful. I mean, I'm short of words, trust me.
Inshallah, I'm trying to do so. We are working so that Kashmir, the name of Kashmir comes good. We are working, we do web development, graphic development, so that the companies in Kashmir are well renowned, they are well represented globally.
Is your work providing that?
Inshallah, it will provide that, and it is providing that, inshallah. Well, at this time, presently, we think that we do it in a public good, but at the same time, we do it for our own good also. Like we do graphic development, logo development of a company. It's not our logo, it's not our company that we develop a logo for, but the companies we develop a logo for, they make a good name in the world, and then basically they represent Kashmir. It's Kashmir that's getting highlighted. Inshallah, it is because name of Kashmir comes good by our work. We there are companies which represent Kashmir in a good way. We have Pashmina shops, online Pashmina shops. When we work on them, we make a good website for Pashmina shop, Pashmina sellers. Basically, it's Kashmir that's getting renowned.
Yes, well, I'm from the third generation. My ancestors started this work a long back. So as I was doing my work in Bombay, and now I have started my own setup in Srinagar. So progressively I'm seeing a good field for my work here in Kashmir, because as I'm doing the trunky projects and I'm coming up with modular kitchens as well, I'm coming with a wide range of interior deco here in Kashmir, so that every single person has an option here. They need not to move out from the state to fetch from the other market. We are here, we are coming up with much more interior products. Oh, actually when I started my interest, it was I can say my lead role was my brother Mr. Behra Suthar. He is one of the India's top most interior designers. So because of his lead, I took up a job to start an interior thing here in Kashmir.
So do you think that your work is impressing the youth of Kashmir?
It is, because like this work wholly and solely depends on creativity. I would like to suggest that you must join these kind of jobs, so that like our architectural design should come up to the abroad, to like outside world. They should get to know about our culture as well.
Like just see the concept which we have brought up in Kashmir is computer services. That is, we are not only providing services to the customers or people, we are educating them why it is has been what happened, why what has happened to you, and what should we do. So that is the thing that is making people aware of things, how things, what happened actually with their what is going to happen, which is, I think, which is not actually yet available in Kashmir. People don't enforce or don't show the customers what actually they want.
So by publishing your work, like establishing your work, did you have only public interest, only your interest, or your public interest?
Well, my interest serves both actually. It serves public as well as my interest. My interest was computers and the stuff which I have put on site, and that helps people in their troubles, whether it's a data backup or any kind of computer related issues. I'm able to help them, cater them the way, alhamdulillah, which no one can do that. Yeah.
So do you think that your work is really by your work others do use of the values interest?
Alhamdulillah, so far I met the people. They said, okay, you can do this. Mashallah is good, and I say that in Kashmir we have a potential. People can do much better than me as well. So that's what the thing. But this thing is like I am bringing it forward, and inshallah people will join in, and we can progress this system. Thank you, Jazakallah.
Obviously, it's making, new innovations are coming, new people are coming, young people, young generation, they want to go for these types of products. So new hospitality projects are coming where Kashmiri traditional art is being promoted, especially with reference to the walnut furniture. So I think it has a great scope, tremendous scope, but only thing is it needs a lot of innovation, and we need to promote it as a brand Kashmir. We are into customized types of furniture. Buyers go to the most sophisticated shows on earth. Either we get a yes or we get a no. What is important for us, we don't sell the things, we sell the concept. Like for example, we have this samavar. This is a traditional Kashmiri samavar, but we don't sell it as a product. We sell it as a concept. We do customized things for corporates. For corporates, we can put some logos. Then we have those small boxes. We put logos on this. We try to develop brand Kashmir. We try to promote it all over world, and not in India, but in all over world. We export to different destinations like Middle East, US. With reference to most of our things are into customized only, right? Then some hospitality projects are there. We do things which are in combination with modern and contemporary.